Either a fleet of submarines got very lost, or there's an underground compound here.
There's another one. If there are survivors underground, these periscopes should help us locate their shelters.
Lars!
Sid City! Talk to me, baby.
You ever seen
Hey,
a
our
land
fort's getting heat up.
periscope?
Didn't they open for us in Apple Falls?
You're thinking of Mud Telescope.
Oh, right. Man, those boys were angry.
Well, they had every right to be with a name like that.
Another periscope.
You know, with the constant exposure to the storm, I'd expect to see more corrosion on these scopes. They can't be more than a year old.
You think they were installed after the storm hit?
Could be.
Then there could be survivors down there.
Don't think so.
Another one. So why do you think there are no survivors down below?
Just a hunch.
There's something he's not telling you. We're scientists. We don't hunch.
Well, thanks for calling me out, Lars. I'm starting to see why Carlos won't talk to you.
Hey, call off the dog, Sid. And anyway, we patched things up.
Did you? Because that's not what he told me.
What? You spoke to Carlos?
Why else do you think I'm here?
Another one.
So, did Carlos say why he's bringing us all together?
Nah. Oh, but he is down with the Steel Wool reunion. And we did convene the Court of Band Justice. You are officially on probation.
What? Full probation?
Full probation, and no solos.
Probation? What are you talking about?
It means that any Steel Wool member can vote me out of the band, permanently, for any band infraction, no matter how small. And I've lost extended shredding privileges.
Sorry, man. Band Justice is firm, but fair.
Another one. Any clue what we're looking at here?
Still not sure. Lars, how's the view from the van? Lars?
So, you and Carlos are just gonna pal around the desert?
Anthony, too.
Anthony survived the end of the world? How?
Yeah, nobody knows.
How many times did he just wander off and leave us without a drummer, huh? 10? 50? And I'm the one on band probation?
You know, Lars, Anthony's a screw-up, but at least he cares about someone other than himself.
Can you please tell me why you don't think there are any survivors down there?
You know what? I apologize to Carlos. I thought we were cool. What happened? Did you say something to him?
Lars, I'm not doing this. I know you two always seem to think so, but I'm not the band therapist.
Is this because you're bitter your solo album tanked?
No, I'm embarrassed my solo album tanked. I'm bitter you destroyed the band.
Hi, periscopes, desert periscopes.
I destroyed the band? Oh, I'm so sorry I ruined everyone's life.
You didn't ruin everyone's life, man. Just mine. And Carlos's. And Anthony's. And Roadie Dave. Look, man. You can always get time off for good behavior. And maybe I can negotiate a solo for you.
I don't need your pity.
Another periscope. So, back to why you think no one is down there?
Sorry. I made a commitment to help you investigate the land periscopes. And I always support my friends.
Reading you loud and clear, Sid.
So, when you look at the lack of condensation on the periscope lens, the O2 readings around the vents, and the lack of any vibrations, I think it's safe to say if there were any people down there, they were probably driven off. By lack of food or the storm. Or, say, an obsessive lead guitarist who drove everyone to the brink of insanity.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
That or husks.
Found one. Hey, so, where is Anthony?
He was talking about Black Budayers. I made the mistake of looking away, and then, he wandered off.
I think that's it. Plotting the location of the periscopes should help us find the entrance. You two are quiet. Is all that band justice sorted out?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on.
I won't.
Fine, then don't.
I haven't.
Good for you.
Great for me.
Amazing for you.
Hey, it wasn't just me, okay? I made my fair share of mistakes, probably more than anyone else in the band.
Not probably, absolutely, definitely, by far.
I'm sorry I made life hard for you and everyone else. If I could take it back, I would.
Okay.
So, we good?
Officially good.
That was weirdly efficient.
Yeah, touring does that to you.
Thanks to your periscope scouting, we found what appeared to be multiple underground bases. This calls for some exploration. Commander, we've never seen anything like this. This is one of who knows how many bunkers, organized bunkers. This wasn't just a few survivors. This was a city. Where is everyone? Here we go. This wasn't just a group of survivors. Someone here was doing some sort of advanced research. Huh. This looks really familiar. All of it. The handwriting, the equations. This is like old school Vinter tech. I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say this was the work of Dr. Vinderman. Here we go. Looks like plans. Research team. The servers have been located. We have 2 weeks to complete the project. Stay focused. Recon and life support teams continue as scheduled. Access to the device is limited to critical personnel only. And the note is signed by Desiree. Oh no. Seabot was right. Commander, remember how Seabot said we need to find the true Ray? Yeah, so that might not have been nonsense. That might have been about Desiree. She was Dr. Vinderman's research partner. And she was here, recently, working on something. We need to figure out what it was. You know, we're not the first travelers in these parts. We should check out those old cars. I mean, they were going somewhere. No one ends up on Route 99 accidentally. Maybe we can get some data from them and figure out where they were going. This car still has a full tank of gas. I wonder why it stopped here. Let's find more cars. This car was carrying med packs. Looks like they've all been looted now. Keep looking for car data. From the data we found, it seems like this car was carrying ammunition? It'd be useless and rusty now, but there was a lot of it. And going to the same place as the last car. Good job! Collect more car data. This car was packed with materials for building. And it was going to the same place as the others. Was this all part of a plan? Great find! Keep up the car search! The data you found contains the car's manifest. Whoever was driving it was transporting stacks of food. Find more cars. One more car, a little more data.
Gorgeous and deadly friend. Away!
This car was moving a huge stash of weapons. Well, it's completely looted now. Whoever drove it was definitely prepping for something. Great work finding all those cars. The data you recovered tells us that they were definitely organized. Food, ammunition, weapons, medicine. There was a plan. You know, I think they were gonna stock a home base. We've located the servers from Desiree's underground compound. Lars, I need your help analyzing the data we collect.
Right on. What are we looking for?
Anything created by Desiree and her team.
Lead the way.
There's one.
So, who was this Desiree?
She was Dr. Vinderman's research partner.
So she helped build home base?
No, she left.
Why?
She didn't believe the storm was coming. And she thought Dr. Vinderman was losing his grip on sanity.
Can you blame her?
Yes, and no. But he trusted her. That's one more.
There's a lot of Vindertech research in these files.
Mostly stuff we already have.
What do you think she was doing?
Maybe she was catching up on everything she missed?
Maybe she was trying to make her own home base.
No, not with this data. This is weapons research.
Let's see what we're working with. Lots of research on rifts, anatomy of a rift, evolutionary rift physics, and a ton about rift genesis. Whoa. Rift stabilization in a lab environment?
That's not good.
What are you talking about? Aren't you curious about how that works?
I'm more curious about why Desiree wants to create and stabilize a rift.
Oh, yeah. So, did you know this Desiree?
We were pretty close for a while.
But?
I picked up some of the work she left behind, and that did not go over well at all.
Whoa, look at this.
Whoa. I don't know if I understand what I'm looking at here.
I'd say this is what Desiree's team was working on. You've got to be kidding me.
What do you see?
Look at the author of this file.
Final upload by Carlos Watt.
I don't believe it.
I have no idea why Carlos and Desiree would be working together, and why they wouldn't want us involved. I have a feeling we'd better find out soon.
Hey there, Ray.
Do you mean me? Of course you do. I'm cool. That's great.
I'm really excited to relive the epic days of Steel Wool.
Me too, Sid. All of home base cannot wait. We found a case of glow sticks, and we're ready to sway in unison.
Problem is, I can't remember the words. We sold books of all our songs. I mean, everyone had them. If you can find some, then I can knock my brain back into the old steel wool zone of rock.
We're on it, Sid. Anything to get me a Steel Wool reunion t-shirt. Size large.
Solid.
It's one of the songbooks Sid needs.
Race into the eye of the storm. You can't hide in the light from the thunder. Ah, classic.
That's one more songbook for Sid. The sight of your vision makes me blind. I ride the cyclone of your love.
It goes.
Storm's
The
getting
sight
rowdy.
of your vision makes me blind. I ride the cyclone of your love.
Wow, I did not do that justice. Sid, how do you keep all these lyrics in your head?
If I forget a few, I can usually fake it.
That's why you're a star. We are storm, we are fire, searching the sky for truth. Poetry. Find more Steel Wool songbooks. The hand writes what the brain feels, brain feels, brain feels.
I like that one. It's called Brain Feels.
Sure.
Let's go.
Oh, this is definitely enough to refill my brain with knowledge.
I'm glad we could help, Sid.
When we get through this, we're gonna have to write some new songs. Maybe one about a strong, smart robot that leads us through the storm.
Do not tease me about this. It will literally destroy me.
That is good to know. So, like, maybe I'll check in with the guys about that whole song thing.
They said it's fine.
Ray, you think you can help us find a space to rehearse?
Yes!
And, we lost Anthony again, so do you think you can find us a drummer?
Ooh, put me in!
Can you actually play the drums?
Oh, so it's gonna be like that. Yeah, no thank you.
I think I have a solution. Collect parts from jukeboxes and we'll get started.
You know the musicians aren't actually in the radio, right?
We're not looking for a drummer. We're building one.
So, you're building a drum machine?
Better. I am building the ultimate drummer. Say hello to Beatbot.
Yeah, me and Lars were talking, and we're not on board with the drum machines.
Not drum machine, drum robot. Beatbot, to be exact.
And the difference is?
He's a drummer. The full experience. So why don't we think of it this way? It's not just about the playing, it's the personality, the heart, the spirit. The soul of a drummer.
In my experience, that might not be a good idea.
Gotta agree. They're messed up. All of them.
While drum machines just play loops and beats, Beatbot is learning from every drummer we introduce him to. He's not just learning rhythm, he's learning the essence of rock and roll. Isn't that right, Beatbot? We're getting there. Good find. Okay, Beatbot, you're not gonna like this next part. But if you want to be a good drummer, you're gonna need to endure some psychological terror. I didn't make the rule. Movies made the rule. So, I reprogrammed one of our backup C-bots, and he's ready to lead Beatbot on a harrowing journey of drumming.
From the top, this time do it right.
Nicely done. Let's check in on Beatbot's training.
No, you are a failure. You should feel bad.
His teaching methods are unorthodox, but he's supposedly the best. Another one, great. Let's see how the training is progressing.
I'm sorry. Did I ask for hacky and off-tempo? No one will ever love you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm shutting this down.
Good. It was a bad idea.
Lay off, man. Grab those beats. All right, new approach. Let's hit him with some steel wool. Okay, Beatbot, listen to those drums until you become music. He's done! Are you ready for the most authentic drumming experience known to bot and man? Here he is! Beatbot! He's gone.
How's that drummer coming along?
A little too good. I went overboard on trying to get him to be the perfect Anthony replacement. Had him listen to all the albums, dress in the clothes. I even had him read Anthony's autobiography of Abraham Lincoln.
We tried to explain to him that you can't do that, but he wasn't having it.
And I must have done a good job because he's wandered off into the desert too.
Hey, I was thinking, if that drummer of yours thinks like Anthony, maybe he can lead us to Anthony.
Let's go follow that robot! What is it, boy? You found a tape? Ah, Kasingle, right? Sorry, relax. Well, let's see what we've got.
Are we rolling? Go now? No? Okay. My name is Anthony, but you probably know me as Lil Anthony Dynamite, Dr. Drumroll, the Snare Force, Breakmaster A, and of course, the Steel Wool Smasher, the longest surviving drummer of Steel Wool by 85 days, and counting. I've come to the desert in search of legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers. I'm repped by the Dynamic Blast Agency, and Mark G over at Halfway Talent and Rehabilitation. Oh, you're crazy for this one, Marco. Ooh.
Good to know. Another one. Good looking out, Beatbot.
Along our journey to find the legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers, you can expect lots of surprise guests, unexpected twists, and of course, epic drum-offs. This will be a lightly scripted single-camera experience shot on location in beautiful Canny Valley.
I think he's pitching a show. Another tape.
People ask, why this? Why now? And, aren't you in jail? Well, I came out to the desert to show the world how much I've changed, and to follow the trail of legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers.
We found another one.
Now, you may be thinking, didn't legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers die hundreds of years ago? Well, what if I told you that I saw him just yesterday? And what if I continued to tell you that he's no longer just legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers? He's also a monster.
Huh, that might be true. If he finds what he's looking for, Steel Wool really will need a new drummer. You're right, that was insensitive. We need to find him. Here we go. We're still on the trail.
What is it about legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers that fascinates us to this day? I'm here with one of his biggest fans, and a well-known cosplayer. What did you say your name was? Right on. Tell everyone at home how you first became interested in gunslinger culture. And there you have it. We'll be right back.
This might be the last tape. We should keep looking around. Oh, good, there's another one. Brace yourself. This might not be pretty.
Now, whenever I'm on the road, I like to make time to jam with local drumming legends. And today, we've got a special treat. He's been absolutely destroying clubs across the country. And today, we're going head to head in a no-holds-barred, cymbal-clashing cataclysm. And it begins now.
He's made it this far. Let's keep searching. Seriously? At first, when Sid and Lars were like, how is Anthony not dead? I thought they were being really, really insensitive. But seriously, how is he not dead?
Well, that's it for the pilot. I hope you like what you see. I'm looking to go to series real quick, because I'm hot on the trail of legendary gunslinger Black Boot Ayers. Until then, keep the beat going.
I have a bad feeling that he's tracking down a very real nightmare creature. And if the guidebook is right, he's headed to Gravestone. We need to get there before he does. If we're gonna face down the stormified version of Black Boot Ayers, we'd better prepare. I've been scouring Canny Valley for everything I can find on Ayers. And according to local legend, a few close calls with the lawman left Ayers with chronic gallows neck. And consequently, he was unable to look up. Or left. Or right. The safest place during a Black Boot Ayers raid was just above his eyeline. Or slightly to the left or right of Main Street. During an Ayers rampage, townspeople would often seek refuge in water towers. Let's search those towers. What's this? Wrinkled yellow pages? Strangely perfect penmanship? My dearest Sophie, I write you this letter with a shaking hand and a broken heart. I fear that I will never again hold you in my arms and never again see your kind eyes. If you remember nothing else, my love, remember that I once gave you the better part of my soul. Aww, that's so sweet. And, oh man, She totally never got this letter. It's the next page of the letter. Air stands below me, his trigger finger itching to unleash the flames of tarnation. I can only hope some kind soul will deliver you this, my final goodbye. Oh, it's the least we can do. Wait, just check my math, and that is not happening. I am really starting to dislike this Black Boot Airs creep. Another page. Yours forever in love and marriage, Alistair Carpenter. P.S. The rumors are indeed true. The scoundrel simply can't look heavenward. Huh. I suppose I'll be seeing you again this evening. Ha-ha, yes! Way to go! Oh, another letter. My love, my dear and gentle Sophie. My heart is heavy with anguish to think that I may not, in fact, reach our home. Ayers has returned, and I reckon he's looking for a fight. And so again, I must say goodbye. Cut the man a break, Ayers! Another page. Below my feet, a battle rages. I can't stand idly by while good men fight. Remember me well, my love. No, dude, stay in the tower! It's nice up in the tower! Another page. My dearest Sophie, I have returned to my perch above the fray. Good, stay there. I took my stand against that infernal outlaw and nearly claimed victory. And then what? And then what, Alistair? I know it's the Old West, but did no one use paper clips? Just loose leaf everywhere like there's no such thing as wind! Another page. We had cornered the black-booted devil and nearly had him bested. But then he let loose with the craziest holler a man ever heard, and next I seen, a posse came running. They closed in around us, and as their guns turned toward my heart, I only thought of you. I think that's the last one. Now I see why the storm would be inspired by Ayers. We know he was ruthless, and we know he didn't always fight alone. I think I've heard enough. Legendary gunslinger Blackboot Ayers! This valley ain't big enough for the both of us! I'm calling you out! You're cool with that, right? Of course you are, the dude was a monster. We're calling you out! High noon, Tuesday. High noon, Wednesday at the latest. If you know what's good for you, you'll sure as shootin' RSVP. Commander, I need to alarm you. You know how the story of Blackboot Ayers seems to have influenced some of the husks? It may have influenced some more than others. Much, much more. What I'm saying is, there's a mega gunslinger husk on the loose. And we'd better prepare. If we're gonna make it through this, we need to bring a fort to a gunfight. Be prepared to build. Great building. You're ready for anything. Keep building like that and you might just come out of this thing in one piece. 1 to 5 pieces. Just do not forget to build. Commander, I've gotten a distress call from Anthony. He's found a group of survivors in Gravestone. The Gravestone! The town where Blackboot Ayers took his final stand. And he's back. In monster form. We need to help, but Gravestone isn't showing up on my map. But I have an idea. Head out and search for tumbleweeds. There's one. The old song, The Way to Gravestone, ends with the line, "Follow the road where the tumbleweeds blow." And that is all the information we've got. So, lead the way, tumbleweeds! The tumbleweeds do seem to be moving in the same direction. We need more tumbleweeds. All right, tumbleweed, show us the way. Anytime now. Get along. Let's find some more tumbleweeds. What's the worst idea? Taking direction from dried up weeds, or heading to a town called Gravestone? Another tumbleweed. Nice and pointy. The data analysis is uncovering coordinates. Onward to Gravestone! Cautiously onward! Another tumbleweed. Perfectly tumbly. There she tumbles. Great job! One more tumbleweed should be enough. Well done! You've collected enough tumbleweeds. For life. Blackboot Ayers! We're your huckleberries! That didn't make sense. That's never made sense. Why did I try it? We're calling you out! Feel your hand, Pilgrim. I'm saying it's fight time! Let's do that! Oh, I guess that's not necessary. Wow. Get ready for battle, Commander!
These guys do not learn.
Don't forget, he doesn't always fight alone. Build cover! You're gonna need it! He's at 75% health!
You serious?
He's at 50% health!
Wish I could.
He's calling in help! Stay in the fight!
One after another.
He's at 25% health! Stay in the fight! You did it! Ain't that legendary gunslinger Blackboot Airs? This here town weren't big enough for both of us. I meant to say that earlier, but there you have it. Huh. Let's consult the guidebook. According to the guidebook, Canny Valley is home to the legendary Old West town, Gravestone. Featured in countless books and films, Gravestone is most well known for Blackboot's Last Stand. A 2-week jamboree of feuding, fighting, and shooting. That turned the once thriving Gravestone into an aptly named ghost town. Interesting. We've got time. Let's take a look around. We've waited long enough. Let's go. We've got a long road ahead of us in Canny Valley. But for now, let's bring those canny survivors home. Soon enough, we'll saddle up once more and ride out into the untamed wilds of Canny Valley. Stay tuned for Canny Valley Part 2. Prepare for an attack from the west.
We've got monsters. That's that.